Trading the markets requires discipline, strategy, and finely honed skills. Traders are up against the best and brightest Wall Street has to offer. At TraderInsight.com, you can look over the shoulder of one of America's top traders. Join Dr. Adrian Manz and a cast of highly talented traders as they earn their living navigating the markets, one stock at a time, one trade at a time. TraderInsight.com. Strategy, discipline, results.
For TraderInsight.com, this is Adrian Manz, and this is Stocks and Sectors on the Radar for the week of November 10th, 2008. Well, the Dow Jones Industrial Average managed to get a little bit of a bounce on Friday here. We were up 248 points on so-so volume, 1.26 billion shares, with advancers leading decliners 21.23 to 9.35. Now, of course, we had the pre-election buildup and then the post-election crash here in a bit of short order. We didn't expect to see things happen as quickly as they did, but they did. I'm still looking at the chart pretty much the same way that I have been. Now we're back down to support and resistance being tested around 92.77 and lower support at 86.30 or so being the downside catalyst. But in the bigger picture, I'm still looking for, let's take a look at this on a weekly time frame. I'm still looking for the Dow to retest these lows for sure. I almost can't imagine a situation where we don't get down around 8,000 again and get a bump to the upside. At the very least, 84.10 or so looks to be an area that needs to be tested before we can get any kind of convincing move to the upside. The same holds true across the rest of the indices. The S&P 500 looks to have a downside test. The NASDAQ 100, the NASDAQ Composite, all of them look like lower is the way to bet here on over the next few months. Going into the end of the year. There's probably going to be some selling at the end of the year to get some tax losses. This would certainly be the year to expect to see that, and there should also be some technical moves. That being said, I think that in the coming week, one thing to keep an eye on is going to be the retailers. We have got a retail sector that looks just like the rest of the market. That's not a big surprise. It's also on a daily time frame. It looks like it's pulling back for a long move. Long move is definitely what I expect from the major indices on Monday. I expect to see the Dow, the Comp, the S&P, everything up pretty good on Monday morning. But then I am really looking for a move back down lower as some of these earnings are released. And in retail, we've got Starbucks coming out. Right, weekly chart looks the same. We're expecting to see a move to the downside. Now the caveat here, of course, is are we going to see some sort of a positive surprise in these guys? I doubt it, but it could happen. If we get a positive surprise, look out because they'll lift off. Tyson Foods is really a consumer, not a retailer. Liz Claiborne sort of bridges the gap. Liz looks like down is the most likely resolution here. TJX companies. All these guys are reporting this week, and all of these guys look to me like lower is the likely direction. We've also got the department stores, Kohl's. We've got Nordstrom. And then we also have Abercrombie and Fitch and JCPenney. So let's keep an eye on these as the week progresses. If economic data comes out and indicates weakness, then I will certainly look for these to be propelled downward. Remember that Tuesday is Veterans Day. The equity markets will be open, but of course the bond market won't, and that's going to affect equity trading pretty substantially. And as for the rest of the week, it's most likely the case that we're going to see some pretty wild gyrations like we have been for the past 20 or 30 days. But all good tradable stuff, and if you focus on the things that are going to be in the news, the earnings plays, then it's usually a pretty safe bet that we'll be able to find some intraday plays as the week progresses. So for TraderInsight.com, that is stocks and sectors on the radar for the week of November 10th.